Hey y'all, happy Thursday. It is June 11th. And as you know, I am jobless and the search continues every day. And here's a new thing. Since the last time I had to do resumes and job search and all that, it's been a while. I've been spammers. I've now learned that there are spammers parading as recruiters reached out to me. And some spectacular jobs, spectacular, more money than I ever thought about making. And anyway, and so finally, just the more we got into conversation back and forth, and I decided to reach out. Well, those companies, those jobs are not available. Those jobs, they don't have locations where they said those jobs were. I reached out to a couple of people who have more experience and are more familiar with this process than I am. And they said, Jeffrey, that's not how it works and all that. So had to deal with spammers parading as recruiters and all of that. And then there's another job here locally, which I think I'm uniquely and perfectly situated and qualified to do. I think it would be a slam dunk for the company. I think it'd be terrific for the community. I think it'd be right on for me. I mean, just everything about that job. And while I don't know officially, I've been told that the job is open. And so I have looked and looked and looked for how to apply. Nothing on the company website about it, but I'm pretty certain the job's open. Anyway, and finally, I reached out to that company today. And I called and called and called and called and called and called. They don't answer the phone, and you can't leave a voicemail. Our voicemail is full. Well, that's not impressive. But anyway, I found a directory of everybody in the HR department at this company. So I started calling those numbers, and finally got somebody to answer the phone. And hey, I'm inquiring. I've learned that the such and such position may be open. What is the best way to go about submitting an application for consideration? That. And I wish you'd have heard the rigmarole that they put me through. When that job, if that job is open and when that job becomes open, it'll be available on the website. I said, well, can you confirm that the job is open or is going to be open? Just redundant, recurrent, like a robot. If that job becomes available and when that job becomes available, it'll be posted on the website. Okay, well, there's nothing on the website. Do you anticipate? I just ask every way, and they would not answer the question. Would not. I'm so outdone. It's just wow. And I have the email address of the person ultimately in charge of that company, and I'm thinking about just sending them an email to say, I'd really love to, find out how to participate in this. And I don't understand. It's a really bad image. It's a bad look for your company when you cannot be transparent and forthright and honest enough to answer a simple question. Not asking for inside information or proprietary information, none of that. Not asking for special favors or consideration. Just a simple question. And I'm familiar with that company, and sadly, that is how they treat many of their employees. But that aside, I'd still love to have that job, and I think I'd be great at it. Anyway, I just had the sinking feeling it's going to be one of those jobs you're going to read about it in the paper in the next few days that they've named someone to fill that job, and it's been filled, and we welcome this person in, and you're going to go, wasn't even considered. That's my exasperation with exponents for today. It really is. So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to try to calm down and breathe a little bit and get ready to enjoy the hockey game tonight. And let's go Canes. So again, if y'all know of anything, you hear of anything, keep your eyes and ears open. And please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll track down whatever it is. Okay. You are loved. Have a good one. Bye.